Thank you for joining us today. I'm Yani, and we are live at the National Museum of Singapore. So today's program is presented as part of the museum's Hari Raya celebrations and Singapore Heritage Fest. So Hari Raya is a part of the 4 Ethnic Celebrations initiative that the museum organizes as a platform to provide intercultural exchange. SHF theme this year is on food heritage, and because it coincides with Hari Raya this year, we decided to focus on chicken rendang. So rendang is typically a Hari Raya staple that is now enjoyed throughout the year. So today with us, we have Chef Charlie Tam, who is a familiar face on TV, with over 30 years of experience. And with him, we have Shen Yiru, who is the founder of Gentle Food. So for those of you who have tuned in last week to our live stream, Gentle Food is actually a company that focuses on presenting pureed molded food for people with swallowing difficulties. So Chef Charlie will be doing a demonstration on chicken rendang and speak on his collaboration with Gentle Foods and why he has made this move to explore this cuisine for people with swallowing difficulties. So please stay tuned throughout the whole program and take part in our Q&A session. So if you have any questions throughout the program, please scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen to pose your questions, and we will try to address them during later on. There's also a quiz, so please stay tuned at the end and participate to stand a chance to win exclusive museum souvenirs. So without further ado, I will hand over the mic to Yiru.
Thanks, Yani. Very good morning to everybody, and thanks for joining us this morning. Very glad to have Chef with me to join us in this cooking show. Basically, we worked together for a while to develop some of the sauces and local delights for our company. And further on, in the months to come, we'll come up with more, enticing recipes together from his thoughts and things like this. So before, keeping you guys as interactive in this show, I'd like to introduce 2 items here. This is chicken molded, our drumsticks, and then this is our soft mince. So what he's going to do is he's going to cook a pot of chicken rendang, and from there on, he's going to puree the sauces that he cooks for normal people, and he's going to drizzle and plate it up for people with difficulty in swallowing. So maybe I should just pass on the mic to him, and he can start presenting on his delightful chicken rendang.
All right, thank you, Ru. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Chef Charlie. Oh, I'm very happy to be here. So today I'm cooking for chicken rendang. So it's my own recipe. So, okay, the ingredients, why you have to think and see it. The question I think will become out, okay, guys. So this one is a blue ginger, yellow ginger, blue ginger, garlic here, and shallot, lime leaf, padang leaf, and lemongrass. Okay, and they have a dry chili also. So everything grind together becomes a lembar, a paste. But I don't use water to grind it. I use a bit of oil to grind it, right? So, and then all the ingredients here, you have cumin powder, fennel powder, coriander powders, and the most thing in parts is this cinnamon stick bay leaf, all right? Okay, now I'm starting cooking for the step over here. So we started.
Chef, maybe you want to say there's so many ingredients here.
Yep.
Have you ever thought of putting all your secret recipe in a small little pack?
Yeah. I think I will put some a small packet, and then you went to the
Gentle Foods. Yeah, we can have them online for people who like to have this kind of having this as part of their cooking and as well as for the patients. But basically for patients, we try not to have it too spicy because there's something which, dysphagic, sometimes they tend not to have that spiciness.
Yes.
So for that matters, we will have a choice of not so spicy for these patients.
So we can make 3 kinds also. We can mix as a normal
People eating, okay.
beans and puree.
For patients, we will have it
Yes.
less spicy.
Then go to your shop there. Your shop, okay, now study it. Okay. You see, some elderly people, they have a few difficult swallowing, right? So this is a real chicken?
Yes, we do all this blending and cooking in a factory. And then after that, I mean, the whole process, we have to make sure that the chicken is deboned, the entire process of making this molded. And these are all pure, real chicken. So after that, we unmold it, we freeze it, and then it's ready to eat, that kind of thing. So at home, you can just take it from the freezer, steam it, or microwave at a very short time. Then after that, drizzle whatever sauces that your helper is cooking or your loved ones is cooking. Just drizzle on top, like what chef will show us later.
Yeah, well, it's really very interesting about this, puree. The first time that I made Iru, so he let me try this. Oh my God, it's so nice. The taste really,
Yeah, to have a chef to say about how nice our puree food is really a compliment because we are very focused in innovation as well as food development.
Yeah.
We are very glad to have chef on board to help us with that little spices, to add on to the taste buds, to bring the local delights because our company believes that we cannot forget about our culture, our heritage. That's why we're on this program, to talk about what are the locals we want, what we miss out eating. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now we are cooking the.
Oh, smells
the
good.
Paste, right? The taste is. You see now the paste is quite not rich of fiber. You see, it's already a bit of fiber. No, it's fine, but it is fine too. Later I will blend it more fine. Then the pour on top there. Then the taste is exactly same as the chicken rendang, right? Okay. All right. So they have a chili paste down. But no worry, my chili is not really hot because I'm cooking big portion. It's okay. Not really spicy. Okay, then we talk about the minced chicken. Okay, how's the minced chicken that we're using minced, right?
Yes.
It's a fresh, also a fresh chicken.
Yes.
It means chicken.
Yeah. So the different stages of food in terms of for dysphagic. Just now I mentioned about the puree where we really blend to its smoothness and then we mold it. For the level 5, so for those who understand that some of the loved ones having this kind of condition, they still want texture. So texture, it means that they still want to eat that, that bite feel.
Yes, yes.
So level 5 is where it is the mince and moist, which I will talk about it later at the end of the when chef finished his cooking. So level 5 has a bit of, so it's mince, but we still chop it to really very fine mince to the in between the fork. So this is really chicken where we steam it, as well as it's just empty. There's no sauce to it. So what we hope to get chef's rendang sauce to drizzle on top, and then that brings out the flavor and the taste.
Okay, now we just pour the cumin powders and all the powders form, coriander powders, and just now I just put in the vanilla powder. All right.
So how do you remember so many spices? Every time when I wanting to cook rendang, there's so many things to remember.
Actually, the rendang is don't talk about rendang. You talk about curries, everything. The more is lembah. A lot of ingredients: ginger, lemongrass, garlic, ginger, This is stand for, it's a basic. So every household like Kaka, they already know about this.
I
you know.
see, I see. So
This-
that means we have to pre-blend our paste,
Yes, yes. The paste to
the rumba.
the rumba to
Ah,
the paste, and then we cook it. Yes, then we drop a lemongrass over here, or the leaf down.
Maybe share with our our viewers back at home a bit of the history of rendang. Where does rendang come from? Does any one of you guys know? What does rendang, the origin of rendang?
So I think you should be guess. Somebody talk about is from Indonesia. Some people say about Indian, from Indian country or where North Indian or where Some say from Malaysia, Some say that my Singapore, No, so this one is quite difficult. They have an answer there. From which country? You will know. I think that the answer should be on the Indonesia.
Okay, okay.
Yes. It comes from the West Sumatra.
West Sumatra.
Yes. Yes, okay, the paste is there. Take out a bit of paste over here.
Can we replace with healthier ingredients? I mean, sometimes, for patients, if we don't use coconut,
Yes.
is there something else we can replace coconut milk? My dietitian will be saying, hey, why do you have coconut in your recipe? Is there something we can explore? Probably
Yes,
something healthier?
You can put milk.
Milk?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Does it change the taste?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. Sometimes that we are the chef and we have worked together with nutrition.
Yes.
You think that we always quarrel, right?
Understand. I'm
Yes.
sure the chef in the hospitals, nursing homes, and we hear all this discussion all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, the dietitian and nutritionist wants the healthier version.
Yes.
The chef wants
The
the
taste.
tastier version.
Yes.
So that's the in-between that we've always been trying to figure out.
Yeah.
So if, let's say, we don't put coconut milk, we add milk.
Yes.
What kind of milk?
You can add any low-fat milk, everything you can.
Low-fat milk.
Yep.
Okay.
Yogurt.
Yogurt, will it help?
Yogurt can also. Yeah, it's good. Yogurt is good. It's nice. Some curry they add yogurt too. Yes. Okay. So I think the smell is there.
So what else can we use rendang sauce on besides chicken?
Okay.
Fish?
We can use mutton. We can
Mutton.
use chickens. Actually, it depends of what food you like.
Okay.
This is a creative. People creative say, I don't want to eat chicken. I don't want to eat meat. Can I put seafood?
Yeah.
Of course you like. As long that the taste you feel like you like, should be okay, should be fine. But some people say that curry can do a lot of things. You can do chicken, you can do crab, you can do seafood, a lot. Same as the Chinese cuisine. Actually the same. Yep. So, okay. This is there. So we are going to add the chicken in to fry. Okay. This is 2 chicken. Okay.
Is there a proportion to how much chicken? Because when I cook at home, I don't know how much paste I should use, versus how many chicken.
Okay. No, don't worry, because I have doing a packet forms for you to sell it in your store. They have a 500 grams pack. 500 gram packets to be about 1 chicken.
Okay.
It's easy, then it's open up, and then
You just put the chicken in, and then
Yes.
after that you just cook and
you want more fragrance, you cut some sliced onion,
slice onion.
then you put oil, then you fry the onion, smell, fragrance, Then you put the paste in. Then after that, the chicken down.
Right.
Right, it's easy. Okay, so we let the chicken to be cooked. A bit of water, not too much.
For viewers at home, it doesn't smell spicy to me.
Yes.
It smells very fragrant.
Fragrance, yep. Some people, a lot of people are asking me, Chef, you cooking curry for so many years in myself. So, do you take spicy? I said no. I seldom take spicy. How come you know how to cook the curry? You know, curry actually is not really a spicy food. It's like a fragrance, smell, spices. You want more spicy, you just put more chili and more chili padi. Actually, the spices is more important.
Right, right.
Yep. Okay. Water again. Because, no worry, because the water, we already measure it, how many liter of water equivalent, how many paste, how many chicken, we already done. Yep. So that ingredient is the actual ingredient we do it. Yep. Okay. All right. So,
Chef, maybe you want to introduce the ingredients before you add in, because there are so many ingredients out there, so we kind of confused. So at least we know what are the ingredients inside there for the viewers.
okay.
Yeah, when you add it and
Yeah. Okay. The ingredient, the first thing that I show you that there's blue gingers, yellow ginger, slunk, garlic, shallot, you know, lemongrass, candle nuts, everything. We blend it into the paste.
so basically the 3 ginger.
One young ginger, yellow ginger, and blue ginger.
Okay.
These 3
These
gingers.
3 ginger.
Yes, and there's one lemongrass over here.
Lemongrass. So these
Yes.
are the 4 things that we have to blend.
Yes, you have to blend it together. Then it becomes a
Ramba.
ramba. So that's it. Then after that, you have to mix.
How about this garlic and onion?
All together.
Together.
Oh,
also.
yes.
So
All,
1, 2, 3,
yes,
4,
all
5,
together to blend it
2,
into the
4,
paste.
5, 6.
Right.
6 items.
Yes.
So that's where your paste ramba is.
Yeah, correct. You just bring it together and then you fry it. All right.
Okay.
It's very easy. Then the blender, the lumbar you grind it, you can put inside the fridge. You don't use it. You can grind a big portion. You just put inside the fridge.
Fridge.
Yes, the freezer there.
Freezer. Okay.
Freezer. You
yeah.
can pack one packet.
Yeah.
Then after that, you want to cook chicken curry.
Just take a
Just
bit.
take one packet, that's make your powder, just cook it easy. You don't need to grind again. It's so messy in your house, you know. Right.
So basically, for viewers out there, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ingredients.
Yeah. Yes. And then we have a fennel powder.
Fennel powder,
Cumin powder,
cumin powder,
and coriander powder.
coriander powder.
Yes, this is the 3 kinds of powders for the rendang. And then that's a more important thing is a cinnamon stick. We have a cinnamon stick, star anise, and bay leaf.
Cinnamon stick, star anise, and bay leaf.
Yes.
Don't worry, viewers out there. If you want the recipe and the detailed ingredient, you can go back to the Facebook later, and then we can upload the ingredients, or visit our website, Gentle Foods, where we'll post his recipe there. So viewers, not to worry.
Okay. Okay, the London is done, so it's waiting for cook.
Okay.
Yep.
So maybe when we are waiting for cook, I may just jump into what my small little presentation about what is dysphagia, and a bit insights to why we have this Well, our company, as what Yanni has introduced, we make, our vision is to make people with swallowing difficulties feel hungry again. So hunger can be activated by the sight, the smell, the taste. So, standing here, I can really smell the rendang. Although I can't smell the spiciness, but sometimes, when things are very spicy, you tend to sneeze, which is, I'm fine now. So our company create molded, because we feel that all the blended diet looks very, very unappealing. So we take our effort, we look at the innovation out there and make our food more presentable. Okay, and we hope to bring the taste back, the smells back to people with this kind of swallowing difficulties. So we offer ready-to-eat meals, and they are all in individual packs. So what is exactly dysphagia? I think this is a very technical medical term which all of us laymen wouldn't know. So with the help of my team, they put together this slide for me. So it's for people with swallowing difficulties, means you cannot swallow well properly. Why? And sometimes you cannot swallow even liquids because of the loss of muscle. And the sign of dysphagia can be coughing, choking, when you eat or drink. So that's a small little sign. Don't get alarmed, So how common is dysphagia and who does it really affect, okay? So right now it's affecting 8 to 10% of the total population, especially, the aging population. And these numbers can vary countries to countries, but this is a generic number, okay? And in hospital, it can occur up to 71%. So dysphagia has many levels. Some is really at the very worst stage where they have to be on puree food. But sometimes because they're still very weak, they still can eat and bite. That's why we have the soft mints, okay? And at least when we observe in Singapore, it can vary from 50% to 68% of residents in a long-term care situation. And estimated among older adults living in the community can vary between 10 to 16%. So this is a slide to show you who is really affected by dysphagia. And we see as an alarming rate of people with dementia. So dementia is another medical term where people, towards the end of, when they get old, they cannot remember. So they can tend to forget. So they forget even to swallow and when to finish eating their meals. So about 68%. We're seeing a lot of patients with stroke problem also have dysphagia. And not forgetting Alzheimer, brain injury, and of course cancer patients. This is sometimes when they go for chemo, they cannot swallow because it's painful. So they tend to go for icy cold food as well as, after treatment, they tend to take softer food. So this statistics taken from Singapore healthhub.sg, 15% of our elderly population is actually affected by dysphagia. So did you know how many muscles are involved in swallowing? Anyone can guess? More than 50 muscles are involved in swallowing process, even though it's just, our throat is just like that, but there are 50 muscles that's involved. And what causes dysphagia, okay? And it's really by illness. I already mentioned a few illnesses, as well as condition, and it's between the tongue, mouth, and throat. So, it's very medical, but, if there's any further questions that you guys want to know, drop me an email. We get our speech therapists to discuss this with you. And as you know, neurological disorder affecting the brain, head and neck conditions, including cancer, mechanical causes which affects the muscle and nerves. Age is one factor too, which causes dysphagia. So the problems that are faced for people with dysphagia, they really have problem drinking, swallowing, and it really interferes because for us normal, we just eat, we swallow, we forget that the pain for these patients really they go through. They are so fearful of eating because they feel that pain swallowing. And this will cause the overall problems in their nutrition, their hydration. Sometimes it's so painful that they can't even drink a proper drink because it gets very fast and through the throat. And there's a risk of choking if the liquid is not properly taken, as well as the food. And even if it goes into the wrong pipe, it gets into your lung and it gets pneumonia. That's going to be worse. So, and also, sometimes they get ostracized because they're eating a different diet. So that's why our company, our vision is we cannot just ostracize this group of people. I'm sure, the chicken, all of us eat wheat potato. It's also puree. So what about this chicken? It is also an enjoyment with the family. So this is what you see if you blend it at home. You see the snot looks very appetizing, right? But it is something which they need to eat all the time. So what happens is loss of appetite, malnourished, weight loss, dehydration. So did you know that can someone with dementia suffer from dysphagia? Yes, actually this is one factor. I think I've spoken about it. Are older people likely to have dysphagia? Yes, okay. So about 15%, as I mentioned earlier, have dysphagia. And versus, right now we know that Singapore is really aging next 10 years. So we want, as a vision and a company, to really give back time to the caregiver, making sure that the caregiver at home takes care of the other, the needs of the loved ones who are having this condition and outsource the cooking to another place. The nourishment, because every single product we develop, besides with the chef, we have a dietitian to look at all the nutritional content. And we want the joy of eating together as a family, and it's not just one group, because you are sick, you have to just eat this kind of food. Memory flavors, that's why we talk about what flavors our local delights, like chicken rendang, bak kut teh. I'm not sure what other recipes we can come up with, what other sauces we are looking at, and to give them, the kind of ingredients we use and the nutritional balance. So this is what we have. You can see we have a complete set of protein, fiber. I've shown you the vegetables that we develop. They are coming in packs of 6. There's snacks, main meals. And we're also looking at fruits puree. They're all pre-thickened. So what kind of local fruits that we can come up with in cups, and many more. So these are all the things we have it already available. Last week we shared about how to make ang ku kueh live, and we did it. So I'm sure the viewers had that. Last week we had this 30 participants here, but this week we can't have that many. Chwee kueh, chong fan, they really taste like what you eat in a hawker center. So this is our website, Facebook, Instagram, like us. And we're going to have our retail shop set up from the first week of June. So it's 7 minutes walk from Eunos MRT. It's very close. You just walk there. You can see our R&D center where we do our development, chef, and our food tech there. And you can look at all the products that's there. There's no dining in, just pick up or just view. This is my email. Well, right, back to chef. Are we done with the cooking?
Yeah, I'm almost done, right? I think that the taste, the taste is the one. See how's the taste. All right, taste is fine.
Is it spicy? No, right?
No, not spicy, yep. Okay, so it does lower down, so I take some paste over here.
Okay. You're going to blend it.
I'm going to blend it.
So from the
sauce, yes,
okay.
Just
then
blend
just
it.
blend it.
I will mix some water. A bit will do, the water.
Yes.
Yes, a bit will do. Few drops, yep.
So chef is going to do the sauces for our puree food and our mince.
Okay.
He's going to puree to make sure that there's no fiber, there's no... So you can easily do this at home. Just take a bit of the sauce, add some water if it's too dry. If it's too wet, you can put the potato starch, right?
Yes,
just to
correct.
thicken
Yes,
it.
potato starch. Yes, that's right.
So a simple
Okay,
blender like
yep.
this would help.
So you have to put a bit of water again. You have to slowly add water in. It's just too much that becomes too watery. Oh yeah, that's the sound.
So the sauces we usually thicken until the honey thickness
Yes,
because
yeah.
at least it's not too watery, and then we
Yes.
drizzle on the.
Yes, correct. All right, so this is fine. But actually, you have to put some, to be honest, to be hot water, not be cold
Okay.
water, right?
Okay.
You see there, you see the starch?
Okay.
It's fine.
Yep.
Is it smooth?
But if they want it more watery, I think slightly a
they
bit
want,
more.
yeah, because for the chickens, why they want the taste.
Yep.
They want more taste there. So
But if there's some fiber left, we probably have to go and sieve it because
yeah, I think
it will.
the fiber wise,
We have to sieve it. Yeah.
and I tried it and the fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it should be with more fiber. You have to save it right. Yep. So that is the
Chef is
chicken.
going to do plating now.
Yep.
Oh, looking good.
Yep. So we just it's the spoon over here. I think it's
Nice.
too thick.
Yeah.
Too thick, right?
It's fine.
Is it?
It's fine.
That's fine, right?
Yeah. So if they don't want too much of the sauce, you just
Just a bit side.
Yeah,
want
they
sauce.
just
If
take
you
a
want,
bit and
just
then
put
they
a
put-
bit of sauce over here.
see how easy it is done.
Yep. All right.
Okay, looks nice.
All right. Then this is a minced chicken. You can
Some
just
minced chicken. Do you always put the vegetable at the bottom
Yes, yes.
for plating?
Yes, we have a vegetable. We have a puree vegetable, right? Yep. Today we does that demonstration about the chicken, the minced
Yep.
chicken, and
So what's the trick in plating usually to beautify a food like this? I mean, what are the, how should we plate to make sure that it looks very appetizing? I see that you use, lettuce at the bottom.
yeah, because in the first place that we talk about us, the first place we went out to eat, the first thing they serve you, the appetite is come from the platter, the presentation. Wow, then you feel that wow, the food should be very nice. Then exactly same as the elderly people, when you show the platter is nice, I think they were very happy about, oh, this is food I think should be very nice. I think he will eat it. Yep. So you have to make it colorful, you have sometimes you have carrot,
I see.
and a vegetable puree.
So we use different kinds of
Yes,
colors
yes.
to activate
Yes, correct.
to bring out the different colors in food.
Yes, correct. Yep. All right. This is
So we have our minced chicken moist and minced, and then we have our puree chicken there.
Yep. And we have our
The normal chicken
normal
now.
rendangs.
Yes, we are waiting for that.
Yep.
Oh, the color looks very nice. Contrasting with
Yep.
the...
These two things. I will take a biggest drumstick over here. Right. Right. All right, this is
Okay.
chicken rendang,
Puree,
the puree, the
minced.
minced chicken.
Viewers out there, this is what chef has prepared for us. I'll pass the mic back to Yani.
Thank you very much. I wish the viewers at home can actually smell the rendang. It actually smells very good. Okay, so earlier on, the chef mentioned about how the rendang actually came from Indonesia, but actually rendang has different variations in the peninsula. So we actually, rendang is actually very versatile and adaptable. So as earlier the chef mentioned, people can use any ingredients they want. But perhaps it's also interesting to note that there's actually lesser known rendangs made of cassava leaves and also cockles that is actually, from what I understand, is from Malaysia. So it's pretty interesting how versatile rendang is. So I also noticed there's the three different types of rendang there. So we can see the regular chicken drumsticks or chicken portions that people with regular diets can enjoy. But perhaps just now earlier you said about the different levels of dysphagia. So maybe you can share which level can eat the minced meat and which ones will be more suitable for the pureed version. Maybe Iru can.
Okay, so this is normal. So normal would be level 7. So all of us eat the normal diet. So this that we have prepared today is soft and bite, or if we have it more fine, it will be this is level 6. Level 5 will be even more fine, which is, the bite size in between a fork. That's the size that is level 5, so moist and minced. This is level 4. So in terms of level 4, that's puree. So in food, there are different levels in terms of dysphagia. 4 is the pureed form, 5 is the minced and moist, 6 is the soft and bite size, level 7 is our normal food. So that's what overall, there's a different level for dysphagia.
Okay, thank you. So ingredients. As I mentioned, people have different recipes for rendang actually. So I noticed that the chef actually doesn't use what I have grown up seeing my aunties and my grandma use, which is kerisik. So that is missing from his recipe. Maybe for the chef, what do you think is the most important ingredient when cooking rendang that you cannot miss or you cannot leave out to make it a rendang dish?
Okay, the most important things, they have three things. One is a currant leaf, the lime leaf, to make it the smell nice. And second thing is the powders like cumins, fennels, and coriander to make it combine the smell difference. So that is very important spot. And actually, we have to still simmer until he thicken, because because of the times, we shorten up. This is the important part is must be a bit of thickened side. The ingredient side actually is a lembah also. The lembah is more important.
Lembah, is it?
Yes,
You mentioned?
lembah, all the grinders.
All the grinded ingredients.
Yes, yes.
I see.
You don't have this, you can't do anything. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So earlier also, Iru mentioned about working with you on creating recipes
Yeah,
for
yeah.
temple food. So,
We are work close. We are work together with for the gentle food together.
so maybe just curious, how did this relationship or partnership actually start? Like, why did you start involving yourself, or rather exploring this type of cuisines? For people
Okay,
following the
this
Filipino
is
cuisine?
quite interesting question. Okay, myself, I like to do a lot of R&D experiments. You know, the first time you come to me, he said you want to do about this elderly food. I'm so curious that how should I start to do this for the elderly people to let them taste like normal food. So and that's why I'm still learning with her. So we work together and create some new sources for Asian cuisine and local food. So we slowly build up.
So you're really doing it out of interest, lah.
Yes, all our interests. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe this is for Iru. We have a question from the audience. They ask, like, what's the technology difference between your product versus home blended or softened meals available out there?
That's a very good question. So the difference between our products, you can see those home softened ones, they're not molded. So that's why we emphasize that our product is molded. So that's the difference. It makes it more appealing, and it looks like the real food. You see the chicken drumstick with the chicken drumstick side by side. Those softened products, they haven't been molded. And technology-wise, is the processes that we input in the entire, from the start of cooking to the end of cooking, and how we balance the volume of water, the things that we use inside to make it this final form. So at home, you just blend the food. If you want to mold it and unmold it and then steam it, that's not that will not be, the shape will not keep its form. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the next one is for the chef.
Yep.
So earlier you mentioned that you can actually blend the ingredients and then keep it or store it in the freezer.
Yep.
We have a question here. How much nutritional value then will be retained if we freeze the spice? Won't it be recommended that we cook and we blend it when we blend it when we want to cook it?
Oh, actually, with the lembas, we blend it, we cook it. We cook it, then make it cool down, and then we pack to the freezer.
So it's cooking first, and
Yes.
then okay, can. So for viewers at home, I know there's a lot of questions about the ingredients and the measurements. So as mentioned, we will be posting the recipe onto our Facebook. So please just watch the same post for this Facebook Live, and we'll be posting the recipe there. Okay, so thank you very much, Chef and
Thank you.
Iru, for your sharing today. So we have come to the end of the program. As mentioned, we would like to invite all of you to please stay tuned and complete the quiz at the end to stand a chance to win exclusive museum souvenirs. Also, we would like to invite you to please check out our other programs. We'll be having 2 other programs later on for Hari Raya at 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. So please do check out our NMS Facebook Live. And have a nice day. And we hope you enjoy the program today. Thank you very much.